Well, good evening and welcome to round five of the VIP GT World Championship. I am T Case. I'm joined here by Papa and Slow Mo, legends in the biz. Papa, how you doing this evening?
I am doing fantastic and ready for some great racing tonight.
Heck yeah! How about you, Slow Mo?
I'm doing great. Two awesome tracks. Two incredible grids full of talented drivers. So I'm looking forward to it.
And there's something kind of humorous, I guess you could say, about tonight's races because we've got Joker laps coming at y'all for tonight, and it's going to be a good time. I mean, left to pass you can't say enough about what he's done putting on this VIP league. I think you guys can agree. But to adapt from what our good friend and business partner Salamander has done in his Joker series and adapt that into the league, I just think is the coolest thing.
Yeah,
Papa, your thoughts on that real quick.
I think it's incredible, and it shows the cohesiveness between all these leagues and events that everybody puts on. And now tonight we get to watch how it all bonds together, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Exactly. And Slow Mo, I've worked with you several times and you've been working with the Joker series as well. Are you excited to get to have a little extra Joker in your month?
You bet, man. I love the Joker series. And, to Papa's point, it's such a really cool aspect how Left has taken little things from, a variety of the leagues that are out there and, kind of represented everybody here in the VIP GT World Championship. So, a lot of surprises, a lot of excitement. It's such a great league. So I'm excited to see the Joker laps tonight.
Indeed. We can go on and on about how great
Mhm.
Sal and the Joker League and how good of a job Left to Pass You has done. But I say we bring in the man who brought the Joker series to Gran Turismo. He's running production tonight as well. So big shout out to our good friend Salamander and welcome, sir.
Hey, TKs, Papa, Slow Mo, how you guys doing tonight?
All right, Sal.
Doing great.
Good evening.
So you came to me, which I didn't realize, but we were talking before this over a year ago. You
It's
came
been a
to
while.
me and said, "I have a really cool idea, but I don't know if it's really cool. Can I run it by you?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, 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 yes." So can you talk just a little bit about your idea and what has happened over these last 13 months?
Yeah, I mean we're about to run our 13th event, 13 months here on September 10th will be the next Joker Series race. But yeah, I had been thinking for quite a while on how to do either my own league or my own races, and I wanted it to be different. I didn't want it to be the same kind of league stuff. There's plenty of great leagues out there, and the VIP league here is just another extension of that. They've certainly been able to kind of stand on the shoulders of some of these other leagues and get great ideas, and it's turned out to be a wonderful product that the VIP league is here. And when Left to Pass You had come to me about adding one of these races as a Joker series or a Joker lap race, I was more than happy to lend my hand to it. But boy, to get back to, I was trying to think of something different. I had come up with a number of different ideas, but they'd all just kind of fizzled out fairly quickly. And I was literally laying in bed trying to fall asleep one night, and this idea came to me. And I started going down the rabbit hole of, well, how would it work? What would the additional rules need to be, and blah blah blah. And I started thinking about, well, what tracks even have it? And I started to get so excited about it, I couldn't fall asleep. I ended up running downstairs where all my sim stuff is at, power up Gran Turismo and be like, okay, are there really enough tracks out there to do it? And started jotting stuff down and kind of came up with a framework over how it would work. And it's been pretty well received. The people that love to do it have been doing it
Yeah.
now month after month.
Mhm.
There's some regulars there,
Hmm.
and I'm really excited to see Left bring it to this league. Obviously, there's more participation here. There's more talent here to see how these guys handle it. I'm really, really excited to see how it comes across.
Yeah, indeed, it has been fun to be a part of it. So you mentioned that the end of this season is coming up. Tell us a little bit about when the next event is and what is happening with it.
Yeah, so September 10th, Thursday, is going to be the next event. We are going to be at Willow Springs, the streets of Willow Springs. We're going to be in. Our drivers are going to have the option of 4 different cars. There's one of the Mitsubishi Lancers, Subaru WRX, the new Elantra N,
Mm,
and then the Nissan Fairlady Z Z33 are the 4 different
Ooh,
cars that they can choose. So
wow.
I like that.
relatively low powered. They're not the kind of like supercars that we have, that we're
On
watching
screen,
today
yeah.
in VIP. But sometimes that's more fun. We're going to be on uh, sports tires there. Pretty much all the tires are allowed. I don't have any requirements in this round. Every round I've tried to make a little different, whether it be racing tires or sport tires, what's required, try to add some strategy to it. But yeah, the streets of Willow Springs is a twisty track, kind of tight. Uh, but with these particular cars, 2 of them are 4-wheel drive, one is front-wheel drive, and one is rear-wheel drive. So everybody's
Yep.
got an opportunity to use a car depending on whatever fits their driving style to see how that all works. There's 2 jokers in that one, and they're in 2 different spots on the track. There's 2 chicanes, and I've got it all laid out on the website. So I'm actually piggybacking off of Papa's website, papashouseofgame.com. And if you go up to the events tab, you'll find the Joker series in there. And I've got all the details over what the Joker lap is. I've got a demo video. I've got a document that explains everything. So really fun, which I mean, Left to Pass You has done, all that good stuff here as well. He's
Yeah.
been able to, put together all the requirements. I hear the drivers have had a lot to talk about as far as the requirements for this particular race, which has, allowed them to, adapt and all that kind of stuff. But that's always what's important. If you're going to go outside the bounds of what GT7 can handle, you need to lay out kind of what all the parameters are.
Yeah, you really do, and you've done such a good job doing that for your league. And again, the Papa's House of Game website will give you all the information, makes it crystal clear. And yes, Left to Pass You has just done a phenomenal job with the Motorsports League website, motorsportsleagues.com. If you're looking to set up a league, you definitely want to look into that for sure. So you have plans for a season 2, is that correct?
Yeah, so what I've done so far, these 13 events that we're going to wrap up, is essentially they've all been just trial runs of each of the tracks that I found that give you Joker lap options. And originally I was calling that season 1, but I haven't actually run it as a season, so I'm kind of
Sure.
backpedaling on that, in that all these first 13 races are kind of exhibitions. So season 1, I plan on having, I guess this is all new information. I haven't talked about this with anybody.
Yeah, I'm
Season
excited.
1 is going to start in January of 2027. And I'm going to have
Sweet.
it run for 6 events. There will be a prize at the end of the 6 events. And then
I like
I'll go right into
prizes.
season 2. And I plan on just doing 6-month seasons and just keep doing them one after the other. Because they're just once a month events. They're not like,
Yeah.
VIP. They're not like NRL or PHC World Series where it's every week. Because I do it
Mhm.
once a month, I plan on just running it continuously.
That's awesome.
So I've got 3 months between now and then. I've got a lot of details I still have to finish working out and get things set up for it. So I don't have all the nitty-gritty details to give to everybody, but yes, there is going to be an official season starting next year.
Whoop, whoop.
Nice.
That's awesome. Let me open up the floor to Papa and Slow-Mo. Papa, I'll let you go first if you have any questions for Sal or any compliments you want to give the man.
So I'm sitting here listening to you guys talk, and you keep going on and on about how much or what you've done, what you still have to do. I mean, and people don't understand putting together the actual production of everything that like we're doing here tonight. You know, you got to get the OBS system ready. You got to get all your thumbnails. You do all the decals on the car or the liveries on the cars, and um, just for an estimate, how much time do you think you put into one event?
Oh man.
For my Joker series event,
Yep. Yep.
let's see. As far as hours, I probably put, I mean, it depends on the event. There's been some of them that are really easy where I maybe get everything knocked out in, let's say, 30 hours. But some of the more complicated ones where I end up testing like 8 different cars because the first 2 or 3 that I wanted to use just didn't turn out the way I wanted to. I mean, it can take, I don't know, 60, 70 hours of time to put everything together, from creating the documents to coming up with the combo to creating the recap video from the month before to all the decals, the liveries. It takes, and I'm a one-man band over there. I've been doing it all myself. You know, I've obviously got, you know, some of you guys that have certainly helped on the commentary side. I can't do the commentary all on my own. I've definitely had to have help there, but all the other stuff behind the scenes has just been me. So I hope to maybe bring some other people in to help with that. I'll actually kind of put the word out that if there's people that want to help with either testing or, you know, helping create documents or you know, write up the web page and all that kind of stuff, I could use the help, because it is, like you said, an awful lot of work.
Right. And that's kind of what I was getting at. I mean, you do a lot of work by yourself behind the scenes. And so now, as TK's put it, the compliment, amazing stuff, dude. I mean, we've known each other 2, 3, 10 years now. I don't even remember now, but it is amazing your dedication to not only the Joker series, but to everything else. I mean, it's you have a list of things. You've got to do 100 hours a week in everything you do. And I am just impressed, honored to be a part of it with you. And man, good stuff. Good stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well
I'm glad people appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I do.
And Slow-Mo, I'll let you follow that one up.
Yeah, right. I gotta follow that. Oh my god. But no, you know, and Sal, I know you and I have talked about it. I mean, one of my favorite things about the Joker series is the fact that you can't just jump in and be awesome in the Joker series. You have to put in time and practice. You got to work your Joker laps. You know, there's certain guys that can jump on track and be fast, and that's always impressive to me. But the Joker series is different, right? It gives everybody kind of a fair shake because not everybody prepares the same way. And we've seen that play out in some of your different events. You know, is that something we can expect to, you know, continue forward with the Joker series? Are there any other elements that you kind of have in store for some of the drivers?
I can't give too much away. But
Okay.
yes, I do plan on continuing to use cars that are underutilized in the game. I try to stay away from Group 3, or at least try to stay away from. I mean, in every Joker Series event I've done so far, it's been road cars. Um, Now there have been some that are practically race cars, but none of them are actually group cars. So I've stayed away from the group cars. You know, like you said, just adding the Joker lap in itself just throws this element of strategy in there. And we found out at some tracks that some people who just wanted to jump in, they didn't know where the Joker lap was, you know, and it ended up being a problem. It's like you do need to kind of practice it. It does throw another element into it. It impacts your race more than you think it
Yeah.
would. So uh yeah, I mean, I want to keep it different, you know, not do, you know, your typical no strategy daily race, you know, whatever, that there's usually always a pit stop, maybe different tires, definitely a different car. That will continue.
Yeah, awesome. And I also love that, you know, you run multiple races, so the guys kind of get some practice in, but they can't use the same car back to back to back. So that adds another element of, you know, of challenge to them. Really awesome series.
Yep. Yeah. I kind of want people to switch it up. You know, I don't want it to turn into a one make race. So,
Yeah.
you know, want to see different stuff. And, you know, so far the people seem to like that. So we'll keep it going.
Indeed, indeed. Well, thank you so much for putting on the Joker series and for being you and for running this broadcast we'll let you run and get back to that broadcast. Thank you so much, Salamander, for joining us.
Thanks, Sal.
All right. Thank you,
Thanks, Al.
guys. We'll see you. On to the race.
On to the race. And
This is Ferrari Land, a place where red is not merely a color, it is a religion built on speed, noise, and the occasional spectacular failure. And for generations, the sound of racing engines has echoed through these trees. But today, the red cars will have to watch from the sidelines, because the machines charging onto this ancient piece of Italian tarmac will be McLarens, a futuristic weapon in the heart of Ferrari country. This is Monza, the temple of speed. It was constructed in just 110 days, and from the moment the first cars arrived, this place was designed for one thing: speed. This is round 5 of the VIPGT World Championship. The championship battle is tightening. Every point matters. Every mistake matters. This isn't about surviving Monza, it's about conquering it. 300 kilometers an hour, milliseconds between victory and disaster. One driver will leave Italy as a hero. The rest will be wondering where it all went wrong. Division II qualifying is next.
so we're real quickly, I'd like to remind everyone to please like and subscribe if you're enjoying what you're seeing. And what an epic video put together by our good friend Cyrus Nicky Chi. That was absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
It's time to go ahead and talk about what we got going on here. So we're in Europe for the third time for round 5, and it's a take a joke. Papa, do you mind telling us what we have in store for our drivers here this evening?
First off, I just want to point out that it's in the McLaren VGT. Awesome car. If you ain't got it or haven't practiced it, you got to do this thing. But we are at Monza with no chicane, 10-minute qualifier, and a 20-lap race. This is going to be great. For all of you that don't know, I'm a huge McLaren fan. So
Papa is fond of the McLaren, even though it's a British company. I said it with an accent because we're in Monza. All right, so Slow-Mo, you mind telling us who we have here in the grid for this Division II Thursday night race of round 5, and perhaps pointing out the league rating they have in the top right corner?
Yeah, happy to. And I think you have drawn the attention to the league rating. So Kelso is going to, what rate order? We do have qualifying this week, unlike our endurance race. So Kelso, you'll see he is currently in 83 points with his league rating there. F Mata with 22 points. Then you have Laser Unicorn, Velocity of Hunter for Kelso and F Mata. And now we're on the Black Flag Mafia with Laser Unicorn, 21 points. You've got He's Fat B with 40 points there. You move on to the Dented Doors, Crew Love showing 19 points, and Des J with 20 points. Then we go on to Ace GT with Skill Issue Racing Team showing 16 points. Rowdy Burns showing that 20-point note on the Skill Issue Racing Team as well. Wheelhouse Racing, MK3TT with his 27-point marker. Then you have Hondo also on Wheelhouse with 31 points. Onto the Los Matadores Nuke with 32 points. And Rocket 28. You'll see IO and Friends do with the World 24 points, and then you have the AOJ with 19.
Very good, very good. Yes, the driver ratings over there on the Motorsport League's website accumulating where those drivers are finished with regards to who they're racing with is getting those driver points. And that brings up a great point of something that I know you were involved with, Slow Mo, as far as a participant, but the fantasy league has wrapped up. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And I believe you do know who our 1 and 2 in the series were, huh?
I do, yes. So you can see the information on Motorsport Leagues Fantasy, another one of the VIP's websites there. Check it out. You will, the fantasy was awesome. First of all, you got $100 million budget. You got to, basically pick your 5 drivers every week. You could switch out a driver until it came down to the last, where it was kind of no holds barred. You could make a bunch of different changes and kind of go for broke. Such a cool fantasy league. As far as first and second goes, that actually I took second, which I was very happy with. Sal ended up getting that first place finish. It's so cool. Like the teams get double points, you get double points. So a lot of those power ups that are involved in the league can also help those fantasy owners. And it was just such a cool dynamic to the league. Just another added layer that VIP has thrown on here for us fans to enjoy.
That is
well, congrats on the P2, Sal.
Hey, thank you.
People can start blaming you for insider information, man.
Uh-oh. You better watch out.
Yeah, in addition to that, I think Sal and I do get some input in the upcoming races. I don't know if that's public information, so I don't want to put too much out there, but we will have a little bit of influence in some of the races that are coming up.
Nice.
Well done. Well done. I really regret not taking part in that. I should have, and I
Me too.
regret that I that I didn't. So next VIP season, I will definitely be participating. But I believe we have drivers on track for qualifying for round 5 Division II Thursday races, as we see Nuke there leading the way. Papa, I've never driven this car. Have you?
Oh yeah, I've driven this car. What's cool about this car, I don't know if we can get a camera inside the cockpit, but you are actually laying down, like if you're on a
like a Tron bike.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, I don't know, it's just different. Yeah, like you're on a crotch rocket or something. You're just leaning over onto that steering wheel, legs out back. You're the center of the car. Just an amazing car, and it handles so well. It's a McLaren.
Wow. But you can see all that downforce really working there as they go through the final chicane. Really fast left, right, left. So we see Nuke here, 26 in the Drivers' Championship. He's part of Team Los Matadores, and they are 3rd in the Team Championship. We interviewed Nuke last week. Really great to chat with him. I've had the privilege to race against him a few times now, and it's always a treat as these drivers finish their out laps and start their first hot lap. So with this, they do not have to do a Joker lap during qualifying. I believe that is correct, Slow Mo.
That is correct. Yeah, the Joker laps are only going to be during the race. They do have to do 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken.
And that is lovely. Yes, 2 Joker laps will have to happen in the race, but not during qualifying. So these drivers are going to do their best to put in their fastest time. You can see drivers stacked up there as B-Paps runs wide, gets out of the way, does a good job of not rejoining dangerously. Very safe rejoin, doing the best he can. B-Paps. Laser Unicorn currently in P4. Team Black Flag Mafia 3rd in the Drivers' Championship. Black Flag Mafia is 1st in the Team Championship. So these drivers know what they're doing, and their logo is absolutely epic. Yeah, very cool. See here, look at these drivers taking advantage of slipstream, batteries being depleted on this back straight as they come around the final turn of this here beautiful Temple of Speed. We see Hondo, part of Wheelhouse Racing, 22nd in the Drivers' Championship. Team is 5th in the championship. And look at that, Kelso on top with P1, but Hondo not far behind, just a half second behind in P2. You can already see that tire wear, y'all. This is not looking good for the race, Slow-Mo.
Well, no, I mean, you know, the soft tires, ever since the update, they they disappear fast. So it makes it difficult to, you know, find a viable strategy with the soft tires unless you only got 2 or 3 laps to do it.
Very impressive. And Papa, having driven this car before, what can you tell us? Or are you like me and you're completely clueless when it comes to the battery of these Group 1 cars?
It's pretty much operates the same as any other battery. You can recharge it under braking, coasting, but it goes really fast once you hit that throttle. As you can see, nobody's got a battery left. Once they hit these straights, it's just gone. There you can see MK3TT's building as he's off the throttle. But look how fast it goes down as soon as he gets on the throttle. It's just gone.
Wow, that is impressive. And then there on the brake, you can see UFO Rocket charging that battery, but getting back on the throttle. And you're right, the battery's gone. A couple drivers in the pits. Rocket, 28th in the Drivers' Championship, part of Los Matadores, who are 3rd in the Team Championship. So quite a few drivers coming in the pits, getting some fresh rubber. No need to refuel. Let's see if we can get a few more hot laps in. I'm surprised that not everybody came into the pits. Slow-Mo, what are your thoughts about that? Like, how much time do we have left here, and what are these drivers thinking, do you think, when it comes to these tires on qualifying?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they've got just over 4 minutes left for qualifying. You know, you can get a couple good laps in still if those guys that haven't pit are still going to do so. You know, for me, it's all about timing, right? If you're really feeling it, maybe you run one lap on the set of tires that you have before you go get a fresh set. You know, sometimes it's hard to tell when the right time is to get in and get that fresh set of rubber, but a lot of times, if you wait too long, you only get maybe one hot lap if you're lucky once you come back out. So we'll see how that works out for these guys that have chosen not to pit just yet.
Oh yeah, and we'll see that for sure for Kelso, who got a penalty right before the penalty marker, which means he's going to have 2 laps null and void. That's going to hurt him quite a bit, but I mean, he's sitting pretty on pole, so maybe it won't hurt him too much as he goes back to the pits, probably wanting to get rid of that penalty or call it a qualifying session over. Krulov currently sitting in P10, about to come around to start his flyer lap after his 1 hot lap. BPAP's up to P2. And here comes Krulov down the start-finish straight, and we see BPAP's now getting by Kelso, who still has the penalty. So Kelso going ahead and opting to pit for fresh tires one more time and have another outlap where he still serves the penalty. That way saving him a little time as BPAPs goes purple by 0.004. I believe that is a 10th, or I'm sorry, I went the wrong way, 1,000th of a second. And sure enough, he is moving. And I love that livery, Papa.
Yeah,
look at that thing.
That is great job. That's a piece of art right there.
Yeah,
love the colors on
absolutely
that.
Stunning. I hope he made that himself. If not, shout out to whoever did.
Right.
But looking good for VIP.
You're going to see some quick laps, I think, here in the last couple minutes. People got the fresh rubbers on, and they're low on fuel, so less weight. So expect to see this lineup probably do quite a bit of changing here in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, Papa, that makes me wonder, since Kelso had a penalty, do you think he, when he comes around on his out lap, do you just try to build that battery up as much as possible for your hot lap?
I mean, yeah. The problem with where he serves that penalty, it's such a long run after that penalty line. There's no chicane, so it's just straight up. And he's basically losing time down this whole straight.
Wow.
I mean, 1 second, that's a huge penalty in these cars. He is purple though.
Woo,
Again,
wait.
he's gonna push it. He's got the less fuel, fresh tires.
I'd love to ride on board with Kelso and see how he
And
his
the talent.
inputs on these in this final sector. You can see that there. Just look at this bumper cam. Just the speed is just, the trees and everything are zooming at you up to 175 miles per hour, almost at 180 as he's, oh my goodness, 6/10 up. He is absolutely flying. And look at how he maneuvers that so smooth, very confident on his inputs. Since this last update, your inputs have to be super precise on the steering wheel. And I think Kelso just showed us exactly what you need to be doing. And he comes across the line. What's it going to be? Keeping the line tight and short. He'll have another lap. And that's a 125.492.
Oh, goodness.
What a lap. Where is B Paps on the track right now? B Paps on his out lap. He wants to respond. Whew, that's a full second, slow-mo. That's a full second.
Yeah, that is blistering fast.
Incredible. It's like one thing to make up a 10th, 2/10,
Right.
well, 5/10, all right? That's the max I'm making up on a lap. A full second, that is absolutely incredible. I love seeing it. As they go through the second, which is technically the first chicane in this layout. Laser Unicorn picking up a penalty there in the chicane. So easy to do. So easy to do. Take a look at this again. Does he cut the corner? Yep, he cuts the first part of the chicane. You don't want to take too much of that sausage. And unfortunately, he's paying the price.
I mean, he missed that corner by a pixel.
Yeah, and it's just a matter of not unsettling the car on that inner sausage apex curve there. You want to straddle it perfectly, but if you get a little bit off to the side, that's a half-second penalty. It's going to ruin your lap. Kelso going to come across the line for the final time, unable to improve. It is looking mighty nice for Kelso, but what does B Paps have to say about it? Coming around the final corner, full throttle, battery drained, across the line. He's able to improve, but not able to improve his position. That's P2 for B Paps. Laser Unicorn currently sitting P3 in the pits. Not seeing any other drivers out there able to improve on this one. That was, one could say, an exciting qualifying, Papa.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree with you. That was very impressive lap from Kelso. After serving his pin, totally nullified everything I said about him getting slower, losing all that time down the straight.
Yeah, it's he knew what he was doing and took care of business. Slow-mo, anything stand out to you as we watch that? I know you're kind of a tire guy, so maybe if you notice anything with these guys' tire wears as we see Kelso's is just terrible.
Yeah, I mean, lap 8 and they had a pit, right? So the softs look like they might be good for 4 to 6 laps, depending upon how you're managing your tires. What's really incredible to me is as you look, obviously Kelso put up an incredible time. Look at 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, those guys are right there with each other. So
Yeah.
Expect this to be some very tight racing, and that's incredible when you think of how fast these cars are, how fast the track is. There's so much opportunity for speed here at the Temple of Speed. And these guys are going to take advantage of every opportunity. It's going to be so much fun to see these guys race.
Hmm. It's going to
Yeah,
be great. I'm
yeah,
excited to see just how these strategies play out. Papa, do you mind taking us through the grid order?
absolutely. We've got Kelso with a 125.492, only driver in the 25 range. B Pabst going to start out P2, just under 8/10 behind Kelso. Laser Unicorn P3. Nuke will be 4, rounding out our top 5 in qualifying. Will be Des J. Hondo P6. MK3TT. We're gonna have to figure out how he wants to pronounce that.
I want to say it's Mach 3 TT, like the Mach 3
Okay,
Audi TT.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think it
I'm
is.
going with that. I like that. Mach 3 TT P7. Rocket rounding out our top 8. P9, we've got Ace GT. P10 is the AOJ. P11 is the Aujid Squirrel. P12 is Rowdy Burns. Krulov will grab position 13, and rounding out the field will be F Mata in P14.
All right, we're going to take a look at our current standings here, and would love for Slow Mo to take us through our Drivers' Championship standings.
Absolutely. Thank you, TK. So you've got Suddy Empire there in first place with the Black Flag Mafia. Florinoda in second, also Black Flag Mafia. Laser Unicorn. So they got the 3 guys right up there. Black Flag Mafia looking good in the top 3. ESB PAP B, Black Flag Mafia there. In fourth, Kelso, Velocity Hunter in fifth. Then you have Oak with Los Matadores in sixth. Audrey the Squirrel currently in seventh with Infinite Octane and Friends Do. Yannick in P8 with the Dented Doors. Chalky with Infinite Octane and Friends Do in P9. And Prince Plaka in P10 with Infinite Octane and Friends Do. And then we have our, go ahead. Team Championship.
We got Black Flag Mafia in P1 with 436 points. Infinite Octane and Friends Do in P2 with 291 points. In P3, we have Los Matadores with 231 points. Then not too far behind, Velocity of Hunter in P4, 202 points. P5 Wheelhouse Racing 160 points. P6 Skill Issue Racing Team 147 points. Then in P7 Dented Doors with 140 points. So a lot to play for. A lot to play for here. We see Black Flag up there kind of doing what they're doing. Dominating, but Kelso has really come into things. I know when we were looking over at the Motorsports League drivers.com, Kelso is actually leading in the driver rating or in the league rating, and he is in the gold status. So very interesting to see. He's not leading the championship, but he's managed on just raw pace on its own, none of these bonuses or multipliers or anything like that, just on race finishes, really showing us what's what. But he's, to my knowledge, has never done a Joker lap in a league race. Papa, how do you think that is going to play out, changing things up here?
Probably none of these guys have done much Joker laps. So I'm hoping everybody spent, the last week practicing. It's the Joker laps are definitely going to mix things up. And it's always exciting to see where they, filter back in after taking that extra Joker portion of the lap. And then what it does to everybody else is they're trying to figure out their strats. And I mean, 20 laps. There's a lot of things that can go right, a lot of things that can go wrong.
20 laps and 2 jokers, slow-mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and, the strategy is incredible here. You've got tire strategy, you've got fuel strategy, and then add in another one. When do you take your joker?
And then we got another spammer in there. It is a grid start with false start check in these monster machineries. It is lights out. And look at that off the line. You can see some drivers using traction control, others not. We're looking on board in P7, now back up with Kelso in P1. There's no first chicane. I got really scared right there that they weren't slowing down. And then I remembered, it's okay, everybody. Now here's where they're going to have to hit the brakes. This is where chaos can just unfold. You can see how tight the pack is. 3 wide in the background through the first chicane. Kelso gets through fine, and miraculously, I think everybody made it through there, Papa.
I think they did. There was some 2, almost 3 wide going into that chicane. That's very impressive. They all made it through that.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. I'm seeing racing hards on these cars. Hey, that rhymed. I didn't mean to do it, but I did it anyways. Is that what you were expecting to see, slow-mo, here at the start of this race from these drivers up front, racing hards?
Yeah, I was expecting to see him start on the harder compound. You can push it as hard as you can, run them as long as you can, and then you run that strategy right up until, it's time to get on the... Oh, no!
And Hondo, I noticed, already had rear damage from what must have been an incident earlier. Man, to add insult to injury, you can see here, he looks okay. He's handling the turns just right. Oh, and he gets in the gravel. He tries to lift, but it's too late, and that's in the wall. Self-inflicted. Unfortunate to see there.
These new physics, since the update on Thursday, you just do not touch the grass.
Yeah.
And inside curbs, too. They are just
inside
brutal.
curbs. Oh, my goodness. That is tough to see. Yeah, I noticed we were both having that issue, Papa, at Autopolis.
Oh my
And
Lord.
look at that VIP ace trying to make a move on Audrey the Squirrel, unable to, but definitely letting him know that he is there. Let's see that again. You can see just and Audrey goes a little deep, maybe a bit of a tap, and that allows him back through, and everybody is on their merry way. No damage inflicted. So no harm, no foul. I love it when that type of stuff works out there, slow-mo.
Yeah, that could have gone much, much worse. As we talked about how fast these cars are. Well, they got pretty good brakes too. So those guys did a really good job navigating this. It's just too early in the race to have the chaos go on.
Yes, indeed. And Kelso pulling over almost 3.5 second gap on B Paps as he finishes lap number 2 of 20. Just sitting pretty. Now the drivers can start thinking, when do I want to take my Joker lap? And I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, Papa, that it should be, here we go, right now.
Yeah, here we go.
Right now, yep.
And on the break, and it looks like we have some team coordination. 3 drivers going on and taking it together. Oh, and you get a massive air on the cone. You love to see it. Kept it going. So cool to see. But what I was gonna say, let's look at this again. Hold on. And boop.
All right.
Fantastic.
I bet that was fun in VR.
That might have made you a bit nauseous in VR. But what I was going to say was you don't want to do it with all these cars crowded around you because it's asking for chaos. But since these drivers coordinated there, seems like a pretty smart thing to do.
Yeah, I think they timed it really well to get in. We've got to do 2, so 1 down. You'll see the field kind of spread out a little bit during the Joker races because everybody's doing their Joker laps at different points.
Right.
And then it's so much fun to watch them all tighten back up there at the end.
Yep.
And these laps are really quick. I mean, only a minute and a half. They'll be a little bit longer for the Joker runners. But 20 laps is going to go by really quick as we start lap 4 of 20. And you can just see how tight the field is still. And we
It's
see
like the AOJ is going to put his Joker in.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if he gets a jump, slow-mo. Oh, he's clean.
Oh, the cone's already gone.
A couple others behind him are taking their Joker.
Krulov and VIP Ace and VIP Rowdy Burns. Okay. So
Krulov should be done. That's the 3 that ran the first Joker. So I think those guys are done.
It's out of the way. It's smooth sailing now. And we also can see we got picture-in-picture here with Rowdy Burns, his onboard while we ride with Kelso. Just seeing the 2 different perspectives here between the 2 drivers.
Yeah, it looks like Rowdy Burns is Rowdy's got a VR headset, so you'll kind of see that head turn a little bit, and you can kind of see where his eyes are tracking for the most part. That's such a cool view.
Very cool. And I hope he is laying on his stomach with his pedals behind him in proper fashion. Like, he better have a whole set of, like, a bunch of pillows, some cushions, and just laying on his stomach. And another Joker here from Laser Unicorn. These drivers clearly have put in practice, Papa.
Yes, definitely.
Because I've done that. Because I participated in the Joker series, and it wasn't easy to adjust the car to slow down at that point when you're rest of the time you're just going flat out. Mach 3 TT sitting in P4. A little pressure from S7R's Nuke behind. And I believe the only driver to have pitted was Hondo, and that was due to the damage.
Right.
Let's see what ends up happening here. We see F Moda all over the back of Aji the Squirrel. A little bit later on the brakes, but Aji able to release the brakes sooner, getting the car slowed down and on the throttle. Oh, he runs a little bit wide, but able to keep it on. But you can see that has allowed F Moda gonna just march right on past, and that is rear damage there for Aji the Squirrel as well. Curious to see. They probably don't want to deal with that damage till they have to pit. Another thing I'm noting, we're getting close to half a tank of fuel, but we're only 5 laps in. And if my math's math, that's only a quarter of the way. So these drivers are definitely going to have to be thinking about fuel.
Yep. I think your math is mathing.
I've maths before. Slow-mo, what are your thoughts here as far as this strategy goes? As we're seeing, you know, all the drivers on the hards, but fuel is definitely an issue. I haven't noticed any short shifting. Have you?
No, I really haven't. I honestly expect these guys to run their cars pretty much close to empty and maybe change compounds at that point. But again, that light's not going to be halfway through. Quick pit, so maybe they do a couple pits.
Yeah, apparently they're proving us wrong, and we don't know what we're talking about as VIP Ace and Rowdy Burns dive into the pits and take a full tank of fuel. We'll see what tires they come out on. Onto the mediums. So full tank onto the medium. So that should run them to about 5 to the end, where they can slap some softs on. And look at that front end damage again on Hondo. Hondo just having a rough time out here. Is that Kelso already experiencing lap traffic? This is what we love to see. Look at that. Drivers getting out of the way. Kelso trying to come through. Terrible place to catch lap traffic. That will slow him down ever so slightly. Hopefully these drivers know that they are not racing for position. That allows UFO drop back in and Kelso to move on forward. That has definitely helped out the driver in P13. as we ride up on board with BPAPS, who is about 8 seconds behind Kelso, so hasn't quite caught that lap traffic. Rowdy Burns going ahead and coming into the pits, along with, I believe that is VIP Ace. They're going to go ahead and serve their pit stops, taking fresh rubber and fuel. Imagine they fuel up all the way. BPAP's running smooth, though losing time to Kelso. Go ahead.
I think that's the replay of them pitting.
Oh, that was earlier. Okay.
Yes.
That makes more sense because I felt like I had said that once before.
Yeah.
But I can't question what I'm seeing on the screen.
Deja vu. Like Groundhog Day.
Thanks. Right? Thanks for pointing that out. BPAP's getting his best time in, but still losing time to Kelso. I don't see him catching Kelso anytime soon, Papa.
Oh, no. Kelso is on rails right now. He is just a second a lap faster than everybody else right now.
This is very impressive stuff. F Moda now in P3, kind of in no man's land. And goes purple into the first sector there, which is basically just a flat out turn. So not the hardest thing to do, but picks up a 1 second penalty, unfortunately, and has Des just behind.
Yeah.
Des J there, and you can just see cutting that corner on that first part of the chicane. The stewards are not allowing it one bit.
You know, 1 second pen for that. And we're talking a pixel.
It's harsh. Harsh.
It's so easy to do, though. You know.
Oh yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah, most laps, I do it.
You can see Kelso now catching up to VIP Rowdy Burns, and I believe that would be VIP Ace just ahead. And this long straight on a
I don't think
worn
we've seen Kelso
hard.
do a Joker yet, right?
No, we have not. And Hondo there. So it's Hondo and Rowdy Burns. Rowdy having pitted and jokered. Kelso flying through, and oh my goodness, it is so tight there. UFO Rocket in the mix. Sometimes it plays to the advantage of the lap traffic as we see Rocket get ahead of Rowdy Burns in P13. Very impressive stuff, using the leader to essentially make a move. Let's take a look at this again of Rocket. You can see he's behind Burns, and Kelso going through made it so Rowdy Burns took the suboptimal line, and that has just allowed him on through and up into P13. Very impressive stuff there, Slow-Mo.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, to see Kelso lapping the field, so start to catch lap traffic so quickly in this race is just mind-boggling. I got to pick my jaw up off the ground.
Well said. And it does help that Hondo has pitted, the two VIP drivers have pitted as well and done their jokers. And there goes Hondo into the pits again, having to go ahead and serve another pit stop. They are on lap 10 of 20, so almost halfway there, as BPAP's now 19 seconds behind. What do you think about that gap Kelso's putting on him, Papa?
It's crazy. It's phenomenal. Just how much faster he's able to get this McLaren going.
Yeah, it is very, very impressive. And Paps can't sleep. I mean, it seems like he's out in no man's land, but ever so closely behind is F Moda, only 2.6 seconds behind, and at any moment could just appear in the rearview mirrors. All it takes is one mistake from BPAPS. And look at the consistency of the lap times. We got 129, 129, 129, the off 131, and then a 128.5. So F Moda definitely putting in the work. Had a bit of an incident on lap 8, but clearly made up for it on lap 9. And these are on worn hard tires. BPAPS just ahead I'm curious to see what his consistency is on his lap times. And you can see a 138 there in lap 9, which
That
is
has got to be his Joker lap.
yeah, he must have done a Joker lap and we missed it, which would make a lot more sense why he's 20 seconds behind
Right.
Kelso. So it's all coming together now.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
the
that kind of
Joker-
tells you the Joker laps, you know, an extra 10 seconds or so on some of these guys. I'll be curious to see if Kelso can make it 8 or 6.
Indeed. Yeah, that would be interesting to see. We'll have to keep an eye on that delta. So now we're halfway there. A lot of drivers still on the racing hard. Several drivers have switched to mediums and fueled. So I'm curious to see what we'll see here as we have a gaggle of McLarens as Laser Unicorn just sails on by Des J there. And Mach 3, oh man, applying a lot of pressure. I imagine are they on different tires?
I think you're looking at the effects of the slipstream.
Oh my
I was
goodness,
thinking
they're
that as well.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, the slipstream is on like Donkey Kong, and it is an all-out battle for P4. We ride on board with Mach 3. Go ahead, Slow-Mo.
Watch those fuel meters. You're going to start to see those things turn red here for all those guys that are still out there on the hard compound.
So are you thinking we see them dive into the pits as we see Kelso into the pits and then Mach 3 making the move on kart and getting the move done into the braking zone? They go and in and out and through goes Mach 3. Very nice pass on the long straight there. So Kelso's in the pits. Are we seeing these guys in the pit? BPAP's in the pits. What is F-Moda in the pits? That's going to leave Laser Unicorn left to blink. What is he going to do? I imagine they're all going in slow-mo.
I would agree with you. I mean, if I'm Laser, I don't want to try the undercut in this scenario.
So that's going to leave.
Exactly what they've done.
This is going to be curious where those VIP guys, as the AOJ somehow manages to have one more lap of fuel than the rest, but not much tire. Ozzy the Squirrel also staying out. Kelso's already out of the pits. Mach 3 out of the pits. But the AOJ is definitely going to have to pit.
This is going to be touchy.
F-Moda coming in on the
right
softs. Yeah.
Kelso came out on the mediums.
Okay, Kelso on the mediums. Interesting. So different strategies going in here for the second stint. And he said rear damage and runs wide is Aji as Mach 3 on fresh mediums and no fuel. Oh my goodness. No. Mach 3 did not refill on his pit stop. This has all but destroyed his race, Papa.
Oh, he is having such bad luck this race. With the spin and the damage, and now the fuel issue. Oh, my Lord.
This is not good. This is not good. Aji the Squirrel now able
ran out.
He's out.
Oh, he's out of fuel.
And a half-second pin.
This is going to be a long parabolica.
Yeah.
BPAP's on by. BPAP's on the mediums. F-Moda opting to go on the softs. So hoping to make up a little ground here as the AOJ makes it back to the pits with 0% fuel. Perfectly timed by the AOJ. Aji the Squirrel into the pits as well.
Kelso just took his, at least one of his Joker laps.
All right, here he goes. On the brakes. Good thing these things have such good downforce. Get that car slowed down. And, running a bit wide there, but able to keep it pointed in the right direction. Very nicely done from Kelso. So we got a slightly different order now with F-Moda and P3, Laser Unicorn P4, and Nuke P5. But kart there, Des J, all over the back of S7R's Nuke. Oh, big send. Big send on Nuke and gets the move done. Last of the late breakers. That was impressive stuff. What happened here, Papa?
Like I said, just a late break. I didn't think he was stopping. I thought he completely missed it. Maybe a little bit of contact there, but that's impressive. He got that thing stopped to make that turn.
That is very impressive indeed.
Holy smokes.
Most of the drivers on the racing mediums. What do you think about F-Moto's choice to go onto the softs, Slow-Mo?
You know, I like that option. And, you know, if that's something I'm doing, I'm probably going to do my Joker laps while I'm on soft as well.
Right.
Oh. Well, let's find out. That is something I didn't even think about.
And that looks like that's exactly what he's going to do.
F-Moto, part of Velocity of Hunter, 38th in the Drivers' Championship, but looking to change that here tonight as he takes his Joker lap, gets the car well slowed down. His team is currently in 4th in the Team Championship and back onto the track in P5, gonna be P6 if Nuke has anything to say about it, and sure enough he does. But that's a Joker taken care of that the drivers in front might not have necessarily handled yet. Into the chicane there, working it well, and all over the back of Des J is Laser Unicorn. Coming around Lesmo 1 and 2. Now help me out, guys. I'm drawing a complete blank. What's the name of this chicane coming up? The fast one. I'm drawing a complete blank.
Yeah, I have no idea.
See, I could have said it if you didn't ask.
If I didn't ask, because now they're approaching Ascari. Ascari.
There you go.
Yeah, now they're approaching Parabolica. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional, y'all.
Now does Moda take his second Joker lap?
I mean, this close to Laser Unicorn, it's kind of enticing to enjoy the slipstream.
Well,
Yeah.
it looks like Laser's going to. He's on the... No, maybe not. Maybe a little fake there.
Okay, so this is looking like F-Moto is going to take full advantage of the slip, take the inside. There's nothing Nuke can do there. And up ahead goes Moda on S7R's Nuke.
Oh, that slipstream is just awesome.
It is just pulling them along.
Yeah.
Now Laser Unicorn chasing down Des J.
Nuke coming right back on.
Oh, Nuke back up the inside in P5 on F-Moda into Lesmo 1. That's a hard place to make an overtake, Papa.
Yeah, it is.
Like it's not a heavy braking, but oh, it looks like Moda just gets a little loose and it just opens the door. Nothing Moda can do except for let him on in and say, "Come on in, good sir." So the battle for P5 is on, and it is quite enjoyable to see. Both drivers on the racing mediums. Half a tank of fuel and about 5.5 laps to go. Oh, and yeah, that's right. I completely forgot F-Moda on softs. He was the outlier, not choosing to take the mediums, and look at those soft slow-mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, you can see that he pit, what, 3-4 laps ago. They're just toasty already.
It is going to be tough for those drivers. They're going to push that medium tire maybe a few more laps longer, because 5 laps on the softs is it's a big ask. But these are some top tier drivers, Papa. You think they can handle it?
I think so. I think you're probably going to see a lot of these guys pit now to put those softs on. I mean, they're within that 4 laps by the time they finish the current lap. So these guys down here anyway. Kelso, he's probably on the same lap. But we know a couple of the other guys towards the back of the field have been lapped already. So
look at F-Moda's left rear tire. It is
gone.
This is going to be a big ask for him to make it this lap without spinning. Let's see how he handles Ascari. Oh my goodness, he gets through Ascari. Parabolica is going to put the biggest load. It's gone. There's no left rear tire remaining on his car. And this is a fast left-hander.
Yeah. Oh, there goes.
I didn't mean to jinx you there, F Moda, but we kind of all saw that coming. Unfortunate, you have that fast right-hander. If his tire could have held out just a second longer,
and it just snapped too.
And there's nothing he can do. He tried. He was almost on it. He was almost there. I mean, look how close the pit is. And to be honest, of all the places he could have spun, that was the best spot.
Yeah.
It was right before the pits. He did a 360 back on it. I don't think that's going to hurt him as bad as if it happened in Ascari. So Kelso now on lap 17, about to be lap 18 on the racing mediums. -17-second lead over BPAPs. Mach 3 TT back in P13 has Hondo just behind him. Hondo just not having the race. What a save, Slow-Mo. What a save. Talk us through this.
Yeah, you know, it looks like he might have got some dirty tire, maybe just got in the grass a little bit. The car is going to slide out ever so. Oh, he's not really in the grass. That's
It's that curb.
just curb, yeah. Wow. Like Papa said earlier, you know, the new physics that, boy, grass is one thing. Curbs used to be safe, and it doesn't look like they are anymore.
They are not.
They really unsettled the car. They just kind of pick up they lock in the front and let loose the rear. And it's not a good time. It's not a good time.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a good time on the worn tires anymore with these new physics either.
No, people aren't able to run quite like they used to. Everyone's having to adapt and adjust. I know us wheel players have settings to tinker with, as we see Ozzy the Squirrel coming up on the AOJ, trying to go round the nose, tucks in behind, gives a little bump. On the brakes they go as they is half a second purple. That has to be due to the slip. And look at how aggressive he is through that chicane, not minding the dirty air at all. But oh no, half a second penalty there for Aji the Squirrel. That was on that second part of the chicane, Papa. What do you see here?
Wow, you know, I think the stewards are being really picky.
I agree.
I agree. Where you got that pin?
Please point out to me where that was, because I didn't see it. I was wanting your second opinion, but you've confirmed what I thought as well. Bonkers. VIP Rowdy Burns has UFO Rocket just behind. I believe they both have satisfied their jokers for this race and are on a similar pit strategy. Drivers are definitely going to make it to the end on this fuel for those who pit roughly halfway and refueled. Now wait, correct me, do they have to use the softs as well, or just the hards and mediums?
There are no tire requirements.
No tire. Okay, good. I was like, wait. Okay, I was starting to get confused, but we see Kelso now catching Mach 3 TT, serving a penalty. Easy doing for Kelso. 18 seconds ahead of BPAPs, and I imagine as we're about to start the final lap, that we're going to see a few more jokers, because they are allowed as Mach 3 GT runs wide but keeps it pointed in the correct direction. Well played on those worn mediums. Kelso now starting his final lap. Has he fulfilled his jokers? He must have, because he does not look like he's going for a joker lap. BPAP's about to start his final lap. Will we see anything from him? Nope, he is good to go. He has fulfilled his joker requirements. Des J looks like he's going to stay out as well, fulfilling his joker requirements. Has everyone taken care of their Joker? It's kind of seeming so.
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, in case if they don't, drivers will get a 1-minute penalty. So
Oh,
if they don't hit both Joker laps.
Yep. That's a great point. That's a great point, Slow-Mo. Thank you. Yeah, 1 second penalty added to your time, which is it basically puts you in last place.
Yeah, the 1 minute. I mean, and we may
Yeah,
not have
1
caught
minute.
them all
Thank you.
during the broadcast, but I promise you, the stewards of the league will be going back and watching everybody's race to make sure they did their 2 Joker laps.
Yep. And you can
So I hope you did 'em.
see Rowdy Burns and UFO Rocket battling it out there. And as Kelso crosses the line, holy smokes, we almost missed it. Kelso wins the race. He has now won every single race he's taken part in this league. Gonna continue his place. B Paps, solid performance. Currently sitting P4 with 94 points. That second place finish is definitely gonna help him out.
No tires, no fuel. Crosses the line.
J. Woo! Laser Unicorn, NP4, across the line. Nuke not far behind. And this is what the Joker does, is it spreads out, but then it all comes back together. Crew Lob in P6. Haji the Squirrel P7, AOJ across the line. F Moda tried that sneaky strategy, didn't pay off in the end, finishes P9. Rowdy Burns and UFO continuing to battle it out. Rocket trying to hunt him down, but it looks like it's going to be Rowdy Burns to round out the top 10. VIP Ace, GT, and P12, and P13, P14, Mach 3, TT, and Hondo, respectively. Very impressive stuff. Pole position, clean race bonus, and all-out domination from Kelso. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I know I just went through it, but Slow-Mo, go through it again and point out our fastest lap there as well, please.
Absolutely. As you see there, Kelso with that P1 position, his fastest lap at a 1:26.444. Then you've got B Paps. And just for reference, take a look at his best lap. Still very impressive, but just couldn't keep up with Kelso's pace today. Des J coming in P3, excuse me. Laser Unicorn in S7R's Nuke in P5, and VR Crew Love, as we saw, finishing in P6. Audrey the Squirrel in P7. The AOJ is finishing here tonight in P8. Then you have Afmata, who secured that P9 position. Obviously didn't have the race he wanted today, but can come out and get him next week. VIP Rowdy Burns finishing in P10. UFO Rocket with the 11th position. VIP Ace GT in 12th. Mach 3 TT in 13th. And Hondo rounding out grid in 14th position.
That was very, very impressive stuff there from these drivers. Obviously, Kelso just absolutely dominating that. B Paps doing a
League of
solid
his own
job.
this race.
Yeah, league of his own indeed. Papa, anything stand out for you or something you were impressed with there?
It honestly, it wasn't bad. A couple drivers had a couple different issues. We definitely saw the new physics taking effect for a couple drivers. But man, for me, it's fun to watch the McLarens. So it's just great cars, great drivers, great race.
Indeed. And Slow-Mo, what were your thoughts there?
Well, we knew this was going to be fast, right? I mean, you got the tempo of speed, you got a super fast car, but these guys took it to a different level here. I mean, Papa mentioned the new physics. It looks like these guys have really gotten a good grasp on how to manage this. Granted, you saw a couple and a little bit of challenges that they face, but that's racing for you, right? You're always going to have that.
Hmm.
So, the guys are pushing it, at every point throughout a lap. Man, just so much fun to watch these guys at their best.
Yeah.
And indeed, indeed. Well, we are going to take a quick break. Before we do, please remember to like and subscribe. Also, we have a link to our PayPal. If you like what we're doing here, we're really trying to get this off the ground. Anything you could throw our way would help. We would greatly appreciate it. But we'll take a break and then we'll be back for something y'all don't want to miss, which is the Division One race.
The noise of the French countryside has faded, the trophies have been packed away, and the teams have barely had time to breathe, because now they arrive in Spain. Welcome to Barcelona, a circuit carved into the hills of Catalonia, a track that has tested some of the greatest drivers in motorsport for decades and where every corner asks the same question: how badly do you want it? This is Division I, and the weapon of choice is the McLaren P1, a machine with enough performance to make your spine question its life choices. A machine that can unleash its fury on track and can punish anyone who gets it wrong. Round 5 of the VIPGT World Championship offers another opportunity. Every team knows preparation is everything if they stand a chance to go toe-to-toe with big pace. Le Mans demanded endurance. Barcelona demands precision. And when those lights go out, Catalonia will decide who came here to race and who came here to win. Qualifying is next.
And we are back for the Division I, Round 5 of the VIP GT World Championship. We're here, number 3 of Europe. Been here thrice. And we are going to take a joke. It's going to be a comical time as these drivers have to take a Joker lap. GT Slow-Mo, you want to tell us what these drivers have in store for them?
Yeah, as they stated there in that hype video, which is so much fun to see, We're
Gave me
going to be here at
goosebumps.
Barcelona, Catalunya. They've got a 10-minute qualifier with a 26-lap race, and they will be in the McLaren P1 GTR 2016. Papa, I know you're excited.
I am super excited. And that video it gave me goosebumps. Especially when the part where it said that your spine's making or questioning its life choices. That was freaking awesome.
Excellent.
So well done.
Big shout out to Cyrus Nicky.
Yes.
For putting that together for us. Papa, you want to take us through our drivers and highlight their league ratings as well?
Absolutely. So for big pace, we've got Super S2K and Lukey. Super S2K's got 80 on his league rating. Lukey has got a league rating of 61. Then we've got Sector 7 Titans, the Truth Serum with a 62, Wid with a 74, love Wid's icon. Then we've got the Wild Cards, Moose with 56, Bobajito with a 69.
Nice.
Then we've got Ghosts with Super Sapido and a 60, Mr. Dwayne T with 37, Team Gotifi, not Godify, Gotifi with a league rating, Shahir with a league rating of 49, and S. Lebuc with a league rating of 31. Infinite Octane and Friends got all 4 drivers in this one. You've got Alicos with a league rating of 55, Azriel with a league rating of 47, Bacon Dance with a league rating of 67, and Raptor Joe with a league rating of 59.
Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. We know Division One. I mean, you read those names, Papa. What are you expecting to see here?
I expect to see a lot of tight racing. However, this McLaren P1 isn't a car we use a lot in Gran Turismo. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw the P1 in a race. So unless these guys put in some massive amounts of practice, you may not like the car. It's a real car, and it's just, I expect to see, again, just like the last race, variations with strats when they take their Joker laps, tire strats. It's going to be another good race. But yeah, it's going to be a good race. I'll just leave it at that.
Very good, very good. And Slow-Mo, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Papa touched on everything, really, right?
Yeah.
But these guys, they're blistering fast. We're going to see incredible laps. We're going to see tight racing. And, as we talked about it, you've got the strategy of the Joker lap that you have to add in addition to fuel and tires and all the new physics. During practice, we saw some of these guys spin out that you wouldn't normally expect to spin. So this might be a little bit more rough for them than what we're expecting. I don't know. I'm excited to see.
So much like we saw at Monza, the Joker lap is going to be the traditional chicane of the track. So at Monza, we saw the drivers, for the most part, drive past the first chicane on the normal no chicane layout. And then for their Joker, they had to take the chicane. In this one, it is the no chicane layout. So the final turn is just 2 turns instead of 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
And so for their Joker lap, they're going to have to take that chicane at the end, which personally is my favorite layout of Barcelona. I think Catalunya needs the chicane at the end. I think it's better that way. So I'm happy to see that here at the track. But I do want to say again, we are Upshift Media Studios. Myself, Papa, Slow-Mo, Sal in the booth, Tati in the chat, McNaughty other times, but not tonight because he's a busy man and a family man.
He's doing
And
McNaughty things.
doing McNaughty things. We put up and put together Upshift Media Studios, and we are so grateful to Left to Pass You and the VIP GT World Championship for coming to us and wanting to use us to put on their league for them, and they've been so great for that.
Yeah.
It has been incredible. We have a YouTube channel. I'm hoping you're watching that now. If you're at McNaughty's channel, please come over to Upshift Media's channel. Like and subscribe. In the chat, we have a link to our PayPal. We're trying to get this business off the ground, and we can use all the help we can get. Liking and subscribing is free. We appreciate it, and we are grateful. If you're able to do more and want to do so, you want to see more of this type of thing, consider the PayPal. Totally up to you. And we have a really cool Upshift Media like motion graphic. I don't know if we can pull that up real quick while we're waiting for these drivers to get on the track, but it makes me happy every time I see it. That is
Love it.
Upshift Media Studios. When we all saw that for the first time, shout out to Croatian for helping us out there.
Yes.
It was a big deal, and this league, this VIP league, has been a big deal. I hope everyone understands, drivers included, like how much Left to Pass You has put into this,
Oh my
and
Lord.
like, I mean, unbelievable what he's been doing, and he's handling everything. He was handling the fantasy league. He's handling the league points, and just all the behind the scenes that has to go into this league is incredible. And he's given us as Upshift Media like so much information, so much data, graphics, so much stuff to make our lives easier. And just a big shout out to Left to Pass You. He's been doing a great job. Now, Slomo, you and I have worked on multiple leagues together. Just give me your thoughts on the VIP league so far under the head of Upshift Media Studios.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about it in some of the previous weeks, but it's just so exciting for me to, to have a league like this where you've got the power ups, you've got strong strategy, with every race has got a theme. You've taken different things from different leagues and kind of all together in fun. I just can't say enough good stuff about what VIP and Left to Pass You have started out here with this league, and I'm really excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, it's going to be really great stuff. I believe we're going to get on track here with the shiniest McLaren you ever did saw. Papa, how does that make you feel?
That makes me happy.
But who's that wid behind him? I mean, nothing against Sahar, but I'm seeing something in P2 that looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Red and black. My favorite colors too.
That looks good.
That looks awesome.
Wow. You know what? It's hard to make a livery on a car like this, but it's hard to make a car like this look bad. So just give it a shot and see what you come up with. But clearly they know what they're doing there. As we look at Shahir on Team Gotifi, 17th in the Drivers' Championship. Their team is 4th in the team championship. And if you're in VR, that's distracting. That shiny chromed out gold. That's for sure. I've been trying to get better at VR, and I like it. It's so much fun, but it is so hard to keep track of what's going on.
Yeah, I can see that. You don't get all the telemetry, and you just don't have all the information that a regular wheel players has, right?
Yep. And his teammate, the Truth Serum, currently 6th in the Drivers' Championship, S7R Titans. They are 2nd place in the team championship. matching his S7R teammate, Wid. And I mean, that car, like, I want to like touch it. Like the red looks touch it. Does that make did that make sense?
Absolutely.
I was like, I want to stick, like, it's like lava. Like, you know, you're not supposed to touch lava because it'll burn your hand off, but it looks so touchable.
Yes.
Bacon Dance and this gorgeous checkered flag, neon green. I believe that is his teammate, Darkin Azrael, just behind in the matching blue version. Infinite Octane and Friends. Infinite Octane and Friends. P18 in the Drivers' Championship. They're third in the Team Championship.
Yep. And I think you're going to see the other two drivers that are also on this team. I think one is red, based the same livery scheme. And I think, I don't remember what the other color was right offhand now. Purple would have looked good. Hopefully
Purple would have looked good. We got red with Raptor Joe.
Yep. One thing I do want to point out about this P1 is it does come with DRS.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
There you go. You can see Super Speedo on that DRS down that front.
Times coming down.
Yeah.
Moose in P1 with a 134.7 just behind. No, now AMS Loki or Lukey. And where's Lukey? I was just looking at this lovely motorsports league.com or motorsportleagues.com, and Lukey currently sitting on top.
Yep.
With 122 points, 2 points above his teammate AMS Super S2K. So battling out between teammates here.
Yeah, and TK Super S2K has gone and put the pole up so far with 134.620, just a smidge above Lukey. So obviously they've got almost 5 minutes left, just over 5 minutes left to improve.
Indeed, you can see them getting out of the way there, letting the other drivers through. Ooh, maybe impeding teammate Super Speedo.
I think what you're seeing out of Super S2K right now is he's fuel burning, trying to make that car a little lighter for his last couple of runs here, laps.
Sneaky, and look at this livery, Papa. Tell us a little bit about Moose. I know you have a history with Moose.
Moose is a great driver. He runs his own team, MMR, runs his own endurance leagues. This guy and his team are just about in the middle of everything, but great team, great proprietor of the team, just an awesome guy overall, and he's fast.
And on top of everything else, he's fast. Yeah, Moose is a great guy. Love participating in any type of Moose Wars, Moose Mafia.
Yep.
Very cool stuff. AMS Super S2K now back out there, just cruising around, burning that fuel.
Yep.
The Hako Strat, as we came to know it.
Yep. Yes.
Way back in the day, in our early days of Gran Turismo League racing 3 years ago, we learned about the Hako Strat, which was burn all the fuel, rev that out in low gears, come in, take fresh tires, and put down a lap. And it looks like AMS Lukey doing the same thing. FAF VIPGTWC, who we've gotten to know pretty well through the PHG World Series and NRL, has become a staple name, and in the Joker Series, now in VIP, VIPGTWC showing up. We know he's no slouch, Papa.
Facts. Very, very true.
Now, Slow-Mo, of all these names we see here, like we've seen these in so many leagues. Like, the three of us are involved in so many leagues. What's standing out to you about this league racing and the drivers we're seeing come together?
You know, it's funny, as you were talking about Moose, one of my favorite memories is, like, fresh out of surgery, he jumps into one of the NRL races leagues, and I entered on pad just so he could be in it, and still super competitive. I mean, the dude's just a pure competitor, doesn't want to quit. To your point, there's so many of these guys that we have gotten to watch race, whether it be the PHG World Series here in the VIP GT World Championship, NRL, Joker Series. A lot of these guys we're familiar with. Some of them, for example, here with Ledgebook, I hadn't seen a lot of him until getting into VIP. So it's been a lot of fun with meeting some of these new guys and getting to watch the big pace guys and some of the other folks that I haven't seen so much.
Yeah, it's so interesting to see, right? Like I have a group of guys that do my lobbies every week that like they don't participate in any of this, but they have their road car lobbies that they participate in. I happen to be one of their weekly stops. But it's so interesting what you find when you start, doing these leagues. And VIP has been pretty different. I mean, throwing in these Joker laps with these cars definitely is not ordinary. And then McNaughty loves to just throw crazy combos. What did we get? RAV4s. That's my jam. Like that's so much fun. So getting involved in these leagues, and I think the website that Left to Pass You and VIP has put together, the motorsportleagues.com website, like it's creating a framework for us all to find each other, because Discord's hard to find each other, and Discord's annoying, right, Papa?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it is.
Trying to keep track of all the Discords is not easy.
My Lord. It's a full-time job right now.
Right? It's like I don't know how much time I spend, but it is a lot. And let's see if AMS Lukey has Boba Gito. Holy cow! 2/10 there. Boba Gito ahead of Super S2K. Very impressive stuff in that beautiful MMR livery.
And the time's ticking down on these guys. So, they're certainly going to be trying to get at least one more good hot lap in here. Wow. Shout out to Boba Gito putting that time up there with a 1:34.478. He's got 2/10 on Super S2K.
This is quite impressive. Wid into the pits. Wid is one of those drivers who we expect to be quite at the top Super S2K had something to say about that one, Boba Gito. Yeah, almost 3/10 had something to say about it. That was very impressive. Moose parked it in the grass. I am in love with the MMR livery. I'm a sucker for that copper color.
Like a burnt orange almost.
Burnt orange,
Yeah,
metallic burnt orange. I am here for it. And
yeah,
they nailed it with that one. And he's got the FAF on the back there for Boba Gito, unable to improve. A big move up from Bacon Dance.
Nice.
Up to P3. Super Cepido. I like saying that, Super Cepido.
It just kind of
rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Super Cepido and Shahir, I'm here for it. And the gold liveries, they look yellow until, oh no, they're in two different liveries. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. No. Where did...
Yeah, they're in different liveries.
No, but where did Shahir go? Shahir was just behind them.
He's still there.
And it is him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. My eyes are just like, no, yellow, gold, yellow, gold.
Super might have got a penalty. I wasn't sure. Looks like it was clear.
Okay. Darken Azrael. Looks like things have calmed down. So this is a great opportunity right here, right now, to remind y'all that this particular round of VIP is based on Salamander's Joker series. And that series can be found on Papa's Discord, the PHG Discord, or go to www. You don't have to put that in anymore. I'm just old enough to know that you do. Papashouseofgame.com. That is papashouseofgame.com. Papashouseofgame.com. Check it out. Get involved in the Joker series. It's super cool. Just like the VIP series, and this race is going to be epic. I wonder if we can take a look in just a moment. Once these drivers get around the track, we'll get a full idea of what the standings are. But I mean, some drivers stood out there from what we saw, and no surprises, to be honest.
No, not really. Kind of expected the guys that are on top to be on top. But anybody had the opportunity to be there. They're all fast enough, all very talented drivers. So it was good to see. It was cool to see the fight between Super S2K and VIPGTWC there. A couple tenths swing either way for the pole position, but good stuff.
Yeah, indeed. And Slow-Mo, why don't you go ahead and take us through the qualifying results for Division One?
Yeah, absolutely. So you've got AMS Super S2K taking our pole position with that 134.197. FAF VIPGTWC in the P2 position. Then you've got Bacon Dance, who's going to start on P3. AMS Lukey is going to start in the P4 position. Moose will start in P5. Then you've got S7R's WID in P6. Super Sapido starting in the P7 position. Raptor Joe will be in the P8 position. Then you've got S7R's The Truth Serum starting in P9. VIP Zone Shahir starting in P10. Darken Azrael in P11. Lejbook in P12. Alcos in P13. And VIP's Dwayne T starting at the back of the grid in 14.
Excellent. And here we go to the driver standings. Papa, will you take us through the championship standings for the drivers and the teams?
But of course I will. First four, all with big pace. You have Lukey, 122 points. 2 points behind him, you got Super S2K with 120. Rodrigo with 110. Get Busy with 101. Then you got Sector 7 Titans for a couple drivers here. You got WID with 95, The Truth Serum with 70, JP Scale with 70 points, creating that tie with Team Gotifi. Void with RPM Bandits with 66 points. Alicos, Infinite Octane and Friends with 65 points. And another Sector 7 Titans, Mr. Racing 40 with 62 points. Then on the team champions, you've got big pace. Like I said, they've got top four spots, so no surprise that they're up top here. 453 points. Sector 7 Titans with 286 points. Infinite Octane and Friends with 274 points. Team Gotifi with 202. RPM Bandits with 160. Ghosts with 125 points. And for the seventh position, you got the wild card with 121.
Excellent, excellent. Man, Tati called me out in chat.
She did. I saw that.
For my World Wide Web.
I saw that.
That was good. I needed that, Tati. I needed that. I thought I called myself out, but apparently I needed you to call me out as well. So thank you. Much obliged.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, we got ourselves a race. I mean, big pace. We know what they're capable of. Lukey, Super S2K,
Yep.
but VIPGTWC's sitting back. I mean, I'm having to scroll down. Where is he? Anyways, he's back in 16th. So to be starting where he is great news for VIPGTWC and his team over there with the wild cards.
Yeah. Could
As
be
I
a good
believe
points night for him.
The drivers are on the grid. and ready to rock and roll skis. We're at Barcelona, Catalunya, no chicane, but the Joker equals the chicane. We got another grid start, false start check in these wild McLarens. Let's see what happens here as the lights go on. That's 5 lights on. And that's 5 lights off, and away we go as Bacon Dance turns his windshield wipers on. Interesting tactic there for the start of the race. I wonder if that adds a little horsepower as he makes a little bit of an advancement, brakes early. We're 3 wide going into turn 1. Turn 1 is a fast flowing chicane, much like the end of Monza. And look at that, these drivers getting through ever so cleanly. Oh, a little further back looks a little squaggly, but now things are starting to balance out. I love this track, Papa. What are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts is I want to know how you spell squaggly.
There's a Q in it and a W.
Honestly, again, just like Monza, when they hit that first chicane, very talented drivers, no bumping, spinning, very impressive stuff.
Indeed, and you can see VIPGTWC really applying the pressure. Super S2K on the mediums, little bit of a bump. VIPGTWC not trying to make any moves, but now they're coming up to the first big braking zone. Will VIPGTWC go for it? DRS is enabled. VIPGTWC around the outside, unable to do it. That's going to open to the door for Bacon Dance, and Bacon Dance is going to take advantage. That's another left-hander, but then we're going to have a right-hander. This could be in VIPGTWC's advantage. Can he keep the power down? No. Bacon Dance up into P2. What a move. What a move. That was impressive stuff. We see there Bacon Dance also on the racing mediums. Let's look at this again. So you can see he is on the back of, and VIPGTWC, oh, we just missed it. We just missed it. That was right after it happened. But I can tell you it was amazing.
Great race crap.
That 2 wide, VIPGTWC still fighting Bacon Dance, unable to, and that's bringing AMS Lukey up into play there, slow-mo.
Yeah, you know, VIPGTWC and Bacon Dance are doing their best to try and keep the big pace guys separated as much as possible.
Good strat right there.
Yes, indeed. You can see that rear wing moving as they employ DRS. DRS does stand for drag reduction system. So on the straights, when they're able to deploy it, that wing will flatten out and reduce the downforce, allowing them for a higher top speed. Man, these cars are beautiful. I see why you like them. I see why you like them.
It's awesome.
So here we are halfway through lap 2, and the grid still very tight together. Super Cepido all over the back of Lukey, and this is the spot to try to make a move, but nobody able to quite make a move. It looks like somebody washed out a little bit in the distance, and it is a fun left. I just love this track. I absolutely love it. Super Cepido, oh, he's taking his Joker, y'all, and he's not the only one. Super Cepido, oh my goodness, and in P10, Raptor Joe also taking it. That was dramatic. I did not expect that. That's one of 2 Jokers taken care of, and Super Cepido losing it. So you can see, look at the positions that Raptor Joe is going to make up by overtaking Super Cepido. As Super Cepido overslowed it, avoiding the barricades and getting back on track, but losing it there because it's technically a dirty track there, and the tires do get dirty.
Super Speedo got back by him.
Slow-mo, are you seeing any thing other than mediums out here?
No,
I haven't seen it.
Close eye, yeah, I haven't seen anything mediums, and that's the thing. I mean, on mediums, even Super Cepido is still having trouble getting the power down, and we have a leader change with VIPGTWC up front now.
VIPGTWC up ahead. What happened?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Super S2K, but towards the end of the last lap, both VIPGTWC and Bacon Dance got by him. Must have got loose somewhere.
Surely he didn't do his Joker lap.
No.
That's not enough time.
No.
Interesting. So VIPGTWC now our race leader. Drivers just saying F the cones, bro. We don't care about cones around here. Just taking them out. Lukey now taking his first Joker lap. Wow. This is fun. I'm enjoying watching it.
Yeah, just like the first race,
Dark and
26 laps, they're going to be over fast.
Oh, sorry, Slow-Mo. Say that again.
Oh, just like the first race. I mean, it may be 26 laps, but they're going to be over fast.
Yeah. They're moving quick. Dark and Azrael jumped into the pits, and I saw soft tires. Did he perhaps start on the softs and go? No, yeah, and he came, and Super Cepido on the softs into the pits for a full tank, huh? All right, I'm baffled. Unbaffle me, Slow-Mo.
Yeah, not a Jedi saw coming.
And Dwayne T with damage on the front bumper. There was quite a bit of accordion effect at the beginning of that race, and you saw some contact there. But VIPGTWC not having a chance to breathe. DRS engaged with bacon dance. You know what? Every time I eat bacon, I do a bacon dance. So I get it. I absolutely get it. But the Battle P4 is on with S7R's Wid, followed by Moose, then VIP Shahir. Adjusting in the background, slight gap from Shahir and LeBlanc. And looking quite good for S7R's Wid at the moment. DRS engage. You see that wing flatten out. That's cutting down the drag. But the slipstream not quite as strong as we saw with those VGT cars in the previous race, Papa.
Nope, doesn't look like it. Definitely not closing at the same rate that they were in the first race.
Not even with the DRS, but you can see the dirty air maybe not as effective either, as these cars don't quite rely so much on downforce and more just on mechanical grip. And you can see slightly different lines between Moose and Wid. Moose choosing to keep it a little bit tighter. I wonder if that is a tire precaution versus Wid just kind of pushing it. Because I'm not great on tire balance, Slow-Mo. I don't know that you are either, but I know you watch a lot of people that are. As far as pushing it in the corners, how can possibly taking a different line help you with your tire wear?
Well, I mean, different lines can put a little bit less pressure on it, right? And you know, if you're using your trail braking techniques the right way, that can also help kind of keep your car balanced and, you know, stable through those corners to where maybe you're not putting as much wear on them.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But it's hard not to push when you have cars ahead and behind you. Lukey now back into P8. I love the Falcon livery. I was the big drift guy in the mid to late 2000s. So Falcon has always been a top spot in my heart. So I appreciate that. Dwayne T in P13 on the mediums with that front end damage. But we are about to start lap 6 of 26. So making our way through this lap, and the fuel doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. I guess some drivers have pitted because we switched back to VIPGTWC and he's got over a quarter of a tank left, or over a quarter of a tank gone. My apologies. And some tire wear to see there, Papa.
Yep, a little bit. I think we've only had Super Cepido that's done the pit so far. So everybody should be running about the same fuel and tire wear. But I mean, there you saw P3, P4.
Yeah.
I think it was. They didn't have much tire wear at all.
Yeah, and some drivers have a lot of tire wear on certain tires. The left rear and the left front, depending on the driver. Woo! We're seeing a big difference in tire
Yeah.
wear.
Oh, look, Super Speedo, he's the one who pitted. I said, his was great looking.
Yeah, those look wonderful, right? Brand new.
Hey, those are nice. Hey, where'd you get those tires? I like those tires. Yeah, it's looking interesting out there. And as we see a Joker lap, everybody trying to avoid those barricades as much as possible. And this is where it gets tricky. The rejoin of that Joker lap into this fast double right-hander is definitely tough to do. Let's look at that again. We'll see them into the, get it slowed down. You can see the other drivers on track. Alico's following suit.
Teammate.
Working together.
And something to note, it looks like Lukey has completed both of his Joker laps.
Okay,
Keep
and
an
we
eye
see a
on him to
battle.
work up through the field.
See a battle between Bacon Dance and Bobagito. Bacon Dance challenging.
Well, look at the left rear on both of these drivers.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, Bacon Dance looks pretty bad, but his tires are looking better than Bobagito's, which would explain why he might be able to start challenging for a pass.
Oh, and Wid and AMS Super S2K duking it out further behind. Tires looking a bit better back there.
Yeah, and they're closing on the
You
leaders.
see Wid checking his mirrors, knowing S2K is ever present. And you know what? Being in a battle is a great time to take a Joker. You don't want to lose time battling. Might as well take that Joker and get some clean air, as we see Bobagito coming in with 62% fuel. And Moose coming in with 60% fuel. The laps are changing up. So this is perfect. Look, he knows he's in a battle with Super S2K. He's going to get up the inside. He's going to send it with that DRS, get it slowed down. And Super S2K trying to do a cutback, can't quite get it done. And that applies all the pressure on Wid. Now Wid knows, hey, I can get my Joker lap out of the way and not lose too much time.
Yep, and he did.
And he did. I can talk about things that have already happened confidently. And again, Bacon Dance continuing with the windshield wipers. Not sure what that's about. It ain't raining, brother. It ain't raining.
Aerodynamic help.
There you go. It cuts the wind differently.
Yep.
Gives you
Pushing wind
extra
off that
downforce.
windshield. Yep.
So racing mediums, are we just going to see a racing medium race slow-mo, or do you expect to see a softer or hard at some point?
Well, you know, every time I think I know what's about to happen, these guys surprise me. My prediction is that you're going to see mediums, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see somebody jump in late and take a set of softs, but it's probably not going to be your lead path.
Well, at least for some fastest lap points, there's definitely extra points to be had, as we see Wid going ahead and knocking out that second Joker lap. Or no, I'm sorry. As first, it was his teammate that was also doing a Joker lap earlier. Shahir in the pits.
I think that might have been Wid's second.
Yeah. Great point, Slow-Mo. 145 and a 145. That would indicate two Jokers back to back.
Yep. And he's still running in P4.
Very impressive from Wid, but we expect nothing less. I want to say, how did he do last week? He did really good.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
He was a winner of the 24 Hours Du Mans racing circuit. I was there. I saw it happen. Oh, and into the back, the True Serum goes into Raptor Joe.
Yeah, Wid won that race last week with just an incredible strategy call. Staying out that one extra lap in the rain.
Right.
I mean, it was brilliant.
If y'all haven't gone back and watched last week's at Le Mans, you will not be disappointed.
No, not at all.
I gotta say that was exceptional racing that we had last week.
It really
Just like we're seeing this week. This week it's a slightly different format, a little less traditional, but excellent stuff put on by VIP. As we see Bacon Dance now into the pits, 58% of fuel on the mediums. We are about to start lap 10 of 26, so quite a ways to go.
It seems early to see guys dipping into the pits for me. You know, you've seen a few of them that have made pit stop. I don't know if some of them had damage, but 58% just seems early.
Yeah, I think it's the tire wear on the mediums. The hards, just the hards in this car, I imagine, are insufferable. Like, I really imagine. So they're just like the softs aren't gonna last. The hards are insufferable. So we're gonna pit as many times as we can on the mediums. That's what I'm seeing here. Because the mediums aren't lasting long, but the hards just must be terrible to drive on. And these cars are tricky cars. They're not cars we use. Like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever driven this car, if I'm honest. Like, this is not a traditional car. So a lot of times in these cars, when you get on the harder compounds, you just can't even get around the circuit.
Especially with the new physics model, as we're finding out at
and
this week.
Yep, and this is a track you want to use the curbs, right, Papa?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely the fastest around it. And it's all muscle memory.
Yeah,
we've raced, I don't know how many times we've been at Catalunya.
3 years at minimum.
Yeah, at minimum.
At minimum.
The game's been around for 4.5, so it's just. But you can see right there, he hit the curb, just washed him out. Woo.
Well done, VIPGTWC, to get back into the protection zone and get out of the way of Bacon Dance. We're going to look at this again. So you can see VIPGTWC here lining up for his second Joker. Getting through. And oh my goodness, this is so tight. Oh! Wow. Wow. That was Code Brown. We might need a change of pants for Bacon Dance. I rhymed it again.
You did. You did.
I'm so good at that. Papa, talk us through Bacon. What is Bacon feeling right here?
Right now, he's feeling pretty good. But then suddenly, you see it coming from the right. Yeah, that was a Code Brown moment for sure.
Oh, that was fantastic. GG's to everyone involved.
Yeah.
Well played. And that really has set VIPGTWC up for a nice little slipstream, you know, tow behind these two drivers that are on a different strategy than he is currently. That is one heck of a windshield wiper. That is 2 arms pushing 1 arm.
Yeah, that's and that thing goes all the way up too.
Oh, Dark and Azrael runs wide. And Wid in the pits, Lukey in the pits. Both on the mediums. We're on about to start lap 12, so still not halfway there yet. Let's see what happened here. Lukey. Oh, he just runs a bit wide, washes out. That's going to allow Bacon Dance to get ahead. And good at Bacon Dance to take advantage of the situation.
Gotta be careful.
Back on board with our leader. What was that, Papa?
I say you got to be careful running these tires. That left rear is just, it's gone.
Yeah, we saw what happened last race.
Yep.
I retract my statement about them pitting early.
Yeah, did not go well. But Bacon Dance sitting pretty in P3 with fresh tires. Definitely gonna have to pit again based on fuel. He's got less than half a tank and we're more than halfway finish. But nice fresh tires from Bacon Dance. I gotta say, with this track, with all the turns, like completely different from last race, right? At Monza, which only has a couple. This one is very technical, and it is much more difficult to keep track of who's done what and how and where. But we do see Bobagito ahead of Shahir, and Super S2K now dives into the pits, half a tank of fuel. The Truth Serum also into the pits. Oh, and Bacon Dance seems to have taken a Joker. I believe that's what I just saw.
Yep. As really Yep.
Take a look at this again as Bacon Dance into the pits now. And Asriel.
That is so sketchy.
Yeah. Diabolical, some might say.
Yeah.
And Bacon Dance now the leader of this race. Windshield wipers aghast.
He's waving at you.
Yeah, and he's got that crazy helmet on there too. That looks like a giant bobblehead. The detail these drivers go into to make my job more entertaining. I know they do it for me, and I appreciate it. But Bobagito is right there, and if I know Bobagito, he's got the Jaws music playing. He's like, dun-na, 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 dun-na. Hope we don't get a copyright for that, but I think it's a free use. If I'm correct, at least argue it. But Shahir in P3, Moose in P4, Super S2K in P5, everybody's gonna have to pit again just for fuel. Oh, and further back, we got S. LeBeau there with the half-second penalty. Unfortunate to see here. Where the penalty line is, though, it's not the worst spot, Slow-Mo. What do you think?
Yeah, there are worse. You know, the one at Monza, a little bit more, a little more rough than what this one is.
Yeah, it's coming into the big braking zone, so you can get away with a half second and not lose too much. But DRS wide open, you can see that wing flattened out, trying to lighten the car, reduce the drag into T1, which quickly turns into T2, which then turns into T3, which is one of the longest right-handers you've ever taken in your life, which is why the left rear tire is so worn on this track.
Yeah.
But I love this part. The middle sector at Catalunya is one of my all-time favorites, Papa.
Yeah, not so much as mine. Me and Catalunya just don't get along. It's a great track. I'm just not, like, with many of the tracks, I'm just not good at it. I'm not up to these guys' skill levels, so.
As our good friend Mr. Casual might say, hashtag skill issue.
The skill issue, definitely. Yes. But I'm working on that. I've got me a new set of load cell pedals at 40.
Oh, we see an overtake here real quick.
Yep.
Who are we on board with LeBeau and Joe there, Raptor Joe up ahead. Very nicely done. Let's look at this again. We're on board here. We got Raptor Joe just behind. Oh, a penalty served. And that just opens up the door. Good on him for not defending too hard, knowing he had just served the penalty, but hanging on there around the outside, not making it easy for Raptor Joe. I got to give respect to that, Papa.
Yeah, absolutely. That was good racecraft by both drivers right there. Gave each other room, through the S's, just good stuff right there.
Another half-second penalty for AMS Lukey, sitting back in P6. Not too far off his team, or Super S2K, trying to make something happen here in P6, kind of in the middle of the midfield. Raptor Joe approaching just in the mirrors. Bacon Dance now in P4, 6 seconds off the lead, less than a second off of Moose. And I keep forgetting that this car has a battery factor as well, Slow-Mo.
I'll be honest, I did not get that.
Right? I'm literally just now noticing it. So good to know I'm not the only one. Papa McLaren, man, were you familiar that this car had a battery?
Honestly, no. I gotta say, I didn't notice that either. I was too busy watching the DRS.
Yeah, same.
Didn't even notice the battery.
You learn something new every day. Well, it's always seemed to be empty, so I don't know how effective it is. I think they had it at the start of the race, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be around now. So we're on lap 16 of 26, or over halfway there. Some drivers may be able to make it to the end. Lukey with half a tank of fuel and the tires he has, I mean, I think he'll have to pit for tires.
Yeah.
And he might be the one driver we see go onto the soft slow-mo.
It wouldn't surprise me at this point. I mean, I'm kind of shocked with him being back at 6th, and we've seen him do very well this season. So this might be just a track that challenges him a little more than some of the other ones. It's hard to say. Watch for him and Super S2K to make a move later on in the race. But so far, they are doing a fantastic job holding the big pace guys at bay.
If Bacon Dance and Moose are having a bit of a tango out there, I thought Bacon Dance was going to make a move, but Moose able to maintain that P3 position. And you can see Bacon Dance pushing it on that fresh rubber, trying to do everything he can, windshield wiper and all, pushing it on Moose. You can see here into the final sector. Oh, Moose running a bit deep. Bacon Dance, and that's a turn signal from Moose. Moose is no, yes, no. His turn signal stuck on. He's going into the pits. I thought that was a Joker Series turn signal. No, it was a pit stop. And that's going to give Bacon Dance the lead of this race, as FAF Bobagito is in the pits as well. I don't know what's going to happen, Papa. Who's winning this race? Explain.
Honestly, if we go back and look at Lukey again, and even at Super S2K, I think they're set to the end of this race.
Okay.
I think they have the tires and the fuel.
Well, and looking at Lukey's driver card, he is first in the Drivers' Championship and first in the Team Championship with big pace. So I think he might be onto something. Lap 17 of 26. It's on like Donkey Kong, my friends. It is on like Donkey Kong. Raptor Joe in his checkered flag mobile, and we pop back up onto AMS Super S2K. Super S2K, plenty of fuel, plenty of tire. Yeah, I think you're right. We might see an AMS 1-2.
And how quickly did that field change, right? It was just a lap or two ago. I was talking about, wow, they're back in 6th. It might be unfamiliar territory. Sure enough, here you go. A couple pit stops. They're right back up to the top 5.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure the top 2 are going to have to pit. Bacon Dance.
Yep.
And
there goes Shahir right there.
Almost like they heard you.
You're right.
Shahir, only 3% of fuel. Yeah, Bacon Dance, yeah, he'll have to pit. There's no way a quarter tank's making it. He might not have to get tires. He just needs a splash. He's currently 11th in the Drivers' Championship. So kudos to him for leading the race. His team, Infinite Octane and Friends, are in 3rd in the Team Championship.
Yeah,
wow, look how far Sahir fell down. Wow.
Yeah. Bacon Dance is going to do the same thing.
Not one of the fastest pit lanes in the business here, is it?
No. God, no. I think the worst is Daytona, but yeah, this isn't fast at all here.
Not great, Bob. Not great.
Great, Bob. Yeah.
The True Serum in P5, he's got his teammate S7R Wid just behind him.
Yeah, I think those two are probably good for the race too. Azriel's good.
And now Bobagito's in hunt mode. He's got fresh tires and plenty of fuel. He's going to try to make up as many positions as possible. Another driver I don't think we've mentioned all night, Alicos, sitting in P9 behind Bobagito. I don't know that I've even seen them this race. Looking like they're going to make it to the end as well. Alicos, part of Infinite Octane, in 9th place in the Drivers' Championship, 3rd in the Team Championship.
He's one of 4 we got in this race today.
Mm-hmm. You gotta hedge your bets. The more team members, the more points, baby. VIP Shahir falling all the way back to P11, Moose and P12. I just don't see how they make up that many positions with only not too many laps remaining as we start lap 19 of 26.
And it seems like the majority of the field has gotten their Joker laps done.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think so, yeah.
Bacon Dance has a good lead on Super S2K, but will definitely lose position when he goes into the pits. I've got to scroll back and look at how this race even started and get an idea of where these drivers have moved.
There has definitely been a lot of movement through this race.
Yes.
Quite a few pit stops, and it seems like the strategies are pretty varied, right? We have not seen the whole field go in at the same time.
It's been all over the place. Bobagito in P7. Dark and Azriel just behind. It's been definitely an interesting thing. So Lukey started P4, now up to P3. Bobagito was P2, Bacon Dance was P3. So they have clearly lost out. Well, Bacon Dance will lose out when he has to take his pit. Moose was in P5. Wid was in P7. Super Cepido, or I'm sorry, Wid was P6. Super Cepido P7 and Raptor Joe P8. So interesting to see. I mean, VIP Shahir was way back there. But Raptor Joe looking good for starting P8 if he can take it to the end. But his fuel is looking low. I'm not thinking he makes it, Papa.
No, he definitely not. He's going to probably pit this lap. Bacon Dance will probably pit next lap.
Interesting. So that'll drop Raptor Joe back quite a few positions.
Yeah.
As long as he can stay ahead of P8, he will have improved from where he started. No, there's Bacon Dance in the pits. Only 9% fuel. Bacon Dance having started P3, he's going to fall back quite a few positions. There's Raptor Joe in the pits as well. And Big Pace back on top with AMS Super S2K and AMS Lukey P1 and P2. Lukey just having a great race. Wid now up to P4. Wid started P6. No surprise there. And we see Bacon Dance coming out on the softs. maybe going for fastest lap. Gonna snag that from Bobagito. Let's keep an eye on the fastest lap because that can be his only reason for coming out on the softs. He's got Dark and Azrael just behind, and maybe he wants to catch Bobagito. Your thoughts on that there, Slow-Mo?
Yeah, I mean, my concern is if those softs are going to make it to the end of the race for him at this point. It looks like he got himself enough fuel. We've seen the tire degradation on the medium go pretty well, so he might be able to make that soft compound last.
Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be touchy. I think I'm with TK. I think he's just shooting for that fast lap.
Fastest lap and hold off Dark and Azrael, and call it a night. Call it a night. Get the points you can get. It's a long championship. This is the VIP GT World Championship put on by Left to Pass You. You can find them on motorsportsleagues.com. I am T-Case, joined in the booth by PHG's proprietor, Papa, of the Papa's House of Game, and GT Slow-Mo, my fellow commentator. We are representing Upshift Media Studios, a new company we've started to bring broadcasting of these awesome race leagues to you, to your phone. Race leagues to your phone, to your tablet, to your computer, and even your television, believe it or not.
Heck yeah, that's where I watch it.
We are here for you. We want to do what we can for you. Check the links in the description and in the chat. And we're just having a good time here. This is the second race of round 5, Division 1 on the Thursday night splits. There will be races on Saturday night as well for Division 2 and Division 1 before we head on to round 6. But we are closing up this fun Joker Series race here for round 5, and it's just been a lot of fun to see the two leagues the two leagues kind of come together and share their what they're doing together between VIP and Joker Series, wouldn't you say, Papa?
Yes, absolutely. It's a great tandem meshing of two incredible series. So
Meshing.
Meshing. Yeah, I don't know. That just came to mind.
That was the word I was looking for.
He's flying. He's up to P5.
Okay, bacon dance. Let's do it. I mean, who doesn't love a bacon dance?
Yep, there's the fastest lap, just like you called it.
Wow, 136.303. He is absolutely flying on those softs.
I don't know. He's got 4 laps to catch Wid.
Hmm.
Oh.
Wood struggling there. The left rear seems to be well worn.
Yeah, 4 laps on that tire. That's going to be close for him too at the end.
Yep, and he's got his teammate Detrusserum just ahead of him. Not looking much better.
No.
But there's blood in the water for Bacon Dance.
Yeah, there is.
If he can get his head down in hammer time, I think he might be able to do something. At least make it exciting for us in the booth here at the end.
Yeah, it's going to be a race of tire attrition.
Oh, and he's purple again.
Guy's flying.
Look at those brakes light up.
Look at that delta come down.
Woo!
Hold on.
He's definitely not NBR.
Wow.
He'd be going crazy right now.
Yeah, he would.
He's on bumper cam for sure.
He gets a podium, you're going to see everybody run with windshield wipers.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "There's." He's like, "Yeah, it gives you an extra 2/10." Wow, 2 seconds off Wood there, and 1 lap. It's lap 24-26. I don't know that he's close enough to do it, but if Wood continues to lose time, while he gains time, because Wid's tires are looking rough. He does have a teammate there. I mean, if anything, they can just go too wide and block the whole track. But Bacon Dance, it's on for him. It looks like the big pace boys of AMS Super S2K and AMS Lukey have things under control. 6 seconds for Super S2K, another almost 7 seconds for Lukey.
Their tires too.
They're worn, but they got some breathing room if they make a mistake.
You know, one spin. We saw how quick it spins.
Yep.
On that dead tire.
Touche.
And Bacon Dance, he's flying, but he is wearing those tires down.
If he catches them, they're going to be in the same boat.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be who's braver.
And it's getting dark out. Headlights are on. I didn't know that was going to happen.
Well, that's actually to Bacon Dance's advantage. That's going to cool the tire temps. He's got his tires up to temperature. Now this will reduce the tire wear as the sun goes down.
2 laps to go.
An ultimate lap here.
He's going to catch him. I just don't know if he's going to have the tire to hold it.
Man, look at those brakes. I love that.
Right.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
Oh, Azriel all over the back of Raptor Joe.
He's looking at a fuel issue. Raptor Joe is.
And, well, so is Azriel. And Azriel's tires are worse.
Woo. Who knows what's going to happen this last lap, y'all?
Sheesh.
And Raptor Joe is on the soft compound.
Okay. 1.7 from Wid is Bacon Dance. And now oh my goodness, 1.1. It is dropping so fast. 1 second now. We might get a 2-for-1 special. You know I'm a sucker for a 2-for-1. Oh my goodness, but his left tires are so worn, but I know Wid and the Truth aren't feeling much better.
Nope.
Who's going to be bravest on this final lap? We see a flash of the light saying, I'm here, brother. I'm here. What do you want? Oh, man. This is
Final
great.
laps.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that. You can see Bacon Dance still approaching. Oh, but Wid gets a little excited on the throttle. Now it's going to be teammate versus teammate. This is going to slow both of them down. Wid going up the inside. Bacon Dance, can he follow? No, the Truth lets Wid by. Bacon Dance almost goes into the back of the Truth. He gets by cleanly, and yes, that is Bacon Dance up into P4. Nothing the Truth can do. Now it's on to Wid. Can he get this podium with that worn tire and that low fuel? Oh my goodness, only time will tell what's going to happen here as they get to the right-hander. They're tiptoeing through the slow sections of this course as they have no grip whatsoever. Who's going to make a mistake first? Oh my goodness, Wid putting his car every which way, but no, Bacon Dance able to get on the throttle, but loses it, making the Wid able to pull back ahead, and that's going to keep Wid up into P3, but Bacon Dance just trying to get on the throttle. Oh, he gets wiggly again into this right-hander, and that's going to be Bacon Dance up the inside and ahead of Wid. It took 5, 6, 7, I don't know how many corners, but Bacon Dance gets it done.
Oh my Lord, the drama, love it. S2K coming across for the win.
Woo. Keep it going, Papa. I'm out of breath.
Leaky, left rear tire dead, but he's gonna come. Oh, hold it. Oh. P2 in fashion. Bacon Dance. What an incredible drive back.
Look at that
on the podium. Wid P4, VIPGTWC coming across in P5.
Somebody, Truth, running wide.
Truth.
Out of the kitty litter.
No, he was in P3 at the start of the final lap. He needed no tire. It just hit the curb, no tire, no way to catch it. VIPGTWC sneaking through. Oh!
Wow.
I was screaming
Yeah.
for him, man.
Wow. I mean,
Groove
yeah, what are you gonna
P8.
do?
Maybe
Oh
you
my goodness.
doing the same thing. That left rear.
Everybody pushing it
Oh my
to the
Lord.
end. Nobody
Yeah.
wanted to play it safe. Nobody wanted to play it safe.
Well, and Wednesday last week, they'd probably made it okay.
Yeah.
I think
touche.
the physics. This is my first opportunity to see how the tire wear affects them. Doesn't look good. Great. Last lap Joker coming across P14. What an incredible drama-filled final couple
Yes.
laps. Love it. Great
Yeah.
call, TKs too.
Ooh, I think I lost my voice a little bit there. I got a little too excited. It happens. But Apex Motorsport with the pole position and the victory. Super S2K. Very, very nice. Super S2K. Wow. So Super S2K and AMS Loki, both part of Big Pace there at the top. Slow-mo, take us through our final results.
Yeah, absolutely. So we saw AMS Super S2K take that pole position in the win tonight. AMS Lucky with P2. You've got Bacon Dance finishing in that third position. I am driving with my wipers on from now on. S7R Win taking P4. FAF Bobagito finishing in, rounding out our top 5. Then you got Raptor Joe finishing in P6. Dark and Azrael finishing in that P7 spot. S7R's The Truth Serum in P8. Moose coming in P9 there. You got VIP Shahir in P10. Alcos with P11. Super Sapido P12. Lejbook in P13. And VIP's Dwayne T in P14.
Wow, that was wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had 2 phenomenal races tonight. I mean, we saw multiple strategies there, Slow-mo. Your thoughts on how that played out?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew what to expect, but I didn't really expect to see him so staggered the way that we did. The Joker series or the Joker lap throws a little bit of a wrench into that as well. Just so much fun to watch him come down to the end. Soft versus medium. Who could hold on the longest? That's everything we wanted to see.
Facts. I agree.
Indeed. Yeah, Papa, anything else to add to Slow-mo's great take there?
It all came, in my opinion, it all came down to the strategy again. We saw at one point, Slow-mo said it. I mean, Big Pace was down in like 6th, 7th, 8th spot, but the strategy they called when they pitted for those tires took them to the end, and eventually everybody else had to pit, and there they were, P1 and P2 again.
Now we're gonna have to think back, think way back to the Division II race. I know
I don't know.
that's hard to do for us, but we've got our top 3 drivers. Or I'm sorry, we have P1, P5, and P6. We have Kelso, Nuke, and Krulov in the booth here with us, with some excellent driving from Division II. Let's
Yeah.
start with our dominator, our winner, our gold member, if you will, on the Motorsport League's website. Kelso, how are you, sir? And well done.
Yeah, well done.
Hi everyone, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this race was really good, and every single race it's been very special because the combo is so difficult. And I think today we see that maybe everyone was trying to manage the tires, and maybe the fuel as well. Me, for example, I finished the race almost with all the tires, and I was watching the replay and see the other drivers, P2 and P3. also like suffering with the rear tire. So that's so difficult. It was really good to fight with the drivers on these conditions, especially with the Joker lap. We have two Joker laps here, and this changed a little bit the strategy. But yeah, I like the race. I was not expecting the 25.4 on the qualifying, maybe 25 high, but I was understanding about the new update, and I see I can like carry a bit more speed through the corner, maybe on the second sector, and this helped me to improve my lap time. So this was good for my qualifying. Of course, the fuel helps me to finish the lap with a good lap time because my car was lighter, and yeah, I was scary because basically the start of the race was a bit difficult. Like with this car, we have soul power, and basically we have like a long straight. So I was thinking about, mate, if I did something wrong here and everyone overtook me, like it will be so funny, but every time so I don't know, so scary. But hopefully everything was really good. I finished the race in P1, was a really good race, and I need to say a big thank you for my team, everyone who is putting a lot of effort here for this season, Left to Pass You, and everyone here on the streaming. And yeah, that's it. A big thank you for my team, F Mota, Lumpy, Justin, and Lyric. And that's it, guys. Hope to see you all again very soon.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Celso, Kelso. Very awesome to have you. You did such a great job. Let's move on to Nuke, who we talked to last week in our pre-race interview. Nuke finishing P5. Tell us about your race and how you feel about your performance, and also what it was like running some Joker laps.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I would say I think I qualified P4, so I really felt like I was punching above my weight with that. I think I ran my personal best lap in quali. I think it was like a 26.6, not even close to the 25.4 that Kelso ran, but but I was pretty happy with it. But I was worried that I was out of place for the start of the race. I think Dez qualified right behind me, and so that's probably my biggest concern was just going into that first turn. I tried to let him get clear as soon as possible because I figured I'd be holding him up, and then I just tried to latch onto him and got settled in and stayed behind him. I think we were all on hards. Stayed behind him, and I just watched him when he ran his jokers. I ran my jokers, so we got both of our jokers out of the way fairly early. I think like on lap 5 and 8 or something like that, or maybe 5 and 6 and 8, 6 and 9, something like that. And I just try to stay clean. You know, just try to take a really clean race. Moto kind of confused me there in the middle of the second stint because he was coming like a train, and I'm like, and then I got word he was on soft, so I said, okay, I just need to let him do what he's going to do and not disrupt my run. And I just tried to run a nice, steady, consistent run. I was catching laser unicorn there toward the end. I was trying to conserve my mediums early in that run, and try to maybe do a good push for the last couple of laps, but it wasn't enough. I closed the gap about 2.5, 3 seconds on him, but it wasn't enough.
Indeed, I mean, impressive stuff, and everything you do with Sector 7 is so awesome, and good to see you out here and doing a solid performance. So well done to you, sir. And then we have P6 and Crew Lob. Crew Lob, how are you feeling after that race, and what are your thoughts on the Joker series here, part of VIP?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it. P6 usually doesn't get an interview, but I'll take it because I started that race at the back. So it, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for having me. And Kelso, again, congrats on 5 in a row. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, no, I jumped in this car this week, and it didn't feel good at all. And so I knew I was just gonna have to stay clean and just kind of hope that I had a good race. And I started in the back, and so my plan with that, because I kind of figured that's where I was going to be, was to get my joker laps out early. I think I might have been the first one to get them done right at the beginning of the race, um, when we were first allowed to, and that just left me kind of out in the open. I didn't really, I didn't want to battle with cars. I just wasn't comfortable in the McLaren. So I got out in the clean air and then just put down clean laps and kept watching my delta, make sure my time was going down, and I continually put up faster lap after faster lap as people went for their joker laps, as people made mistakes ahead of me, and just saw myself slowly going up that grid. But yeah, all in all, I
Wow.
thought it turned out to be a good race.
Awesome. Awesome.
My
Awesome.
best
Well,
race of the season for sure.
that's fantastic. Well, I'm glad we got to hear from you, and I'm sure we'll hear from you again, whether it's here or NRL or one of the other leagues that you
Hold on.
participate in.
I
Let's
do
hear it,
have to ask
Slow-Mo.
Crew Love a question.
Yeah.
You drive
Okay.
VR, correct?
Yeah.
How did it feel hitting that bump when you took your first Joker? Did that throw you off a little bit? We saw that when we were
Ooh.
kind of thinking, "Oh, that looked fun."
That one wasn't the one that got me. It was there was right in the middle of the race when the pit stop started happening. I think the AOJ was ahead of me, and I was coming down after the long first banker into the first chicane, and I blinked at the wrong time or something, and it just went deep into that corner. That one scared me when I went over the first sausage curb, and I was like, "Do not hit the gas, because if I do, that,
Right.
that car's gone right there."
Okay.
And
That's fantastic.
yeah, but no, driving that car in VR is about the only thing that I really liked about it.
All
But
right.
when you go back and watch the broadcast, Crew Love, you'll see as you came out of your first joker lap,
You
your car launched about 8
flew.
feet in the air.
Really?
Yeah, we
You'll have
all
to
were
watch
like,
it. You may not have felt it, but we all saw it.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
yeah, it was fantastic. Well, thank you so
Great.
much, Crew Love. Thank you,
Thanks,
Nuke.
guys.
Thank you, Kelso. Y'all did
Yes.
a phenomenal job.
Yes.
Way to wrap up Thursday night of round 5 here with some great racing. So thank you for being here. We greatly appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate all you do.
Our pleasure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So any final thoughts before we reveal what's happening next week? Next week. No, 2 weeks time. What do we what do we think of tonight, Papa?
Two great races. I think both were strategy filled. The new physics played its part. Um, uh, we saw Kelso dominate the first race. I mean, a second a lap basically on the field. Just a great race from there. And then in the second race, big pace. It hard to beat. Finished 1-2 again. I think that's the third race in a row they have. So that
Yep.
I can recall. So, I mean, they're on a tear right now too.
Yeah. How about you, Slow-Mo?
Oh, I mean, I love the strategy races, and I know I've said it. The Joker lap adds more to it. The ability for the guys to really run any tire they want. Man, it played out to be so much fun in the Division I race where you've got a guy just crawling right up the field, windshield wipers and all. Making magic happen at the end. That's exactly what we're waiting to see. That's why we sit through 26 laps to see these
That's
guys
right.
fight to the finish, and
Yep.
that's exactly what they did tonight. We couldn't have asked for better racing. Man, looking forward to watching what's going to happen on Saturday.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. And that segues us into what is happening next Saturday. I will be running the broadcast. We'll have different people in the booth, but we will be back in Europe for Monza no chicane and Barcelona no chicane with Joker laps. And that'll be on August the 29th, starting at the same time. The stream will start at 7:30 p.m. Central, Racing will start shortly after 8 p.m. Central, and we'll get that party started on Saturday. So please join us here then. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, ring the bell so you know when the next broadcast will be coming. We will greatly appreciate it. So, a big thing tonight is that Left to Pass You collaborated with Salamander and put on a version of the Joker series here for the VIP League. We want to let y'all know how to get involved in the Joker series. You can find that on the Papa's House of Game website. That's papashouseofgame.com. No www needed. And then you can find the Joker series there. You can also find it on Papa's Discord. You can find information on my Discord and several other Discords as well. But the PHG is where you find it. We got the proprietor here himself, so you know it's legit. And then we want to show you our awesome Upshift Media promo again because we're really proud of it. That's right. We are Upshift Media Studios. Myself, Tati, McNaughty, Salamander, Papa, and Slow Mo are all behind the scenes making this stuff happen for you. We want to do more for you. Please like and subscribe. We will greatly appreciate it. But now it is late on a Thursday night, and a lot of us have work tomorrow. So it's time for us to say our goodbyes. We'll start with you, Slow Mo. I'll let you close yourself out.
Always great to be here. Thank you to everybody out there watching, supporting us, the leagues, the channel. We greatly appreciate all the help. Don't forget, if as Sal would say, if the spirit moves you, there's the QR code down in the bottom left-hand corner. You can scan that and make a donation to Upshift Media. That basically goes to us and our operating costs, and to kind of help us keep this going so we can support more great leagues like VIP.
Indeed. And yourself, Papa.
I just want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Awesome to be here myself. And really, if you're out there racing, be safe. Go get those wins, you guys. We'll see you next time.
Indeed, indeed. And again, big shout out to Salamander, not only putting the Joker series on, but he did an excellent job running this broadcast.
Yes, he
Absolutely crushed it. Left to Pass You and VIP putting on this league here. Excellent stuff. I am T Case. Thank you for listening to me talk for the last, I don't know how many hours, but it was quite a few. My voice is a little tired, but we'll catch y'all later. Take care.
Bye.